I realized my retirement fund was leaking $3,000 a year, and I did not even know it. At 58, I sat down with 3 months of bank statements and a highlighter, the way you would look for something you lost, and by the second page, I had found 12 hidden subscriptions quietly draining my account every single month, some of them for things I could not even remember signing up for in the first place. Today, I am walking you through every single one, what it cost me, and how I finally cut the digital clutter to reclaim a little financial sovereignty and a lot more peace of mind. Stay with me until number 1, because it is not really about money at all, and it took me the longest to actually let go of. Let us start with the ones hiding in plain sight, the small charges you have trained your eyes to skip right over. Number 12, cloud photo storage. I was paying $9.99 a month to store thousands of photos, a large number of them blurry duplicates, screenshots I never needed again, and receipts I photographed once and forgot entirely. I spent one rainy afternoon deleting the obvious clutter, moved the photos that actually mattered onto a physical hard drive I bought once for $60, and canceled the subscription completely. That's nearly $120 a year for something a one-time purchase now handles permanently. Number 11, antivirus software auto-renewal. I had been paying an annual fee for a security program I originally installed on a computer that has been replaced twice since then. Meanwhile, my current operating system already comes with a perfectly capable built-in security tool at no extra charge. I checked, confirmed it was active and updating itself, and canceled the old subscription the same afternoon, saving $70 a year for protection I already had for free. Number 10, identity theft and credit monitoring services. I signed up for one of these years ago after a data breach scare and never once canceled it. What I did not realize until recently is that every American is entitled to a free credit report from each of the 3 major bureaus once a year, and several banks now include basic monitoring alerts on your existing accounts at no extra charge. I set a calendar reminder to check my free reports quarterly instead, and canceled a service that had been quietly charging me almost $20 a month. Number 9, a monthly phone insurance and device protection plan. I had been paying $11 a month for coverage on a phone I have owned for 3 years without a single incident. I finally read the actual terms and realized the deductible for a cracked screen was nearly as much as simply paying for the repair myself out of pocket would cost. I canceled the plan and started setting aside a small amount each month into my own repair fund instead, and it has already covered one cracked screen with money to spare. If you're finding this kind of honest audit useful, this is a good moment to hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And while you're here, tell me in the comments which subscription you're going to check the moment this video ends. Number 8, a meditation and wellness app. I downloaded it during a particularly stressful month, used it faithfully for about 3 weeks, and then simply stopped, while the $12 monthly charge kept quietly continuing for well over a year afterward. I found a handful of genuinely excellent free guided meditation recordings through my local library's audio app instead, and I haven't missed the paid version even slightly. Number 7, a print magazine subscription that auto-renewed every single year without me ever noticing the charge on my card statement. I loved this particular magazine years ago, but I realized I hadn't actually read an issue cover to cover in longer than I could remember, and most of the same articles are now available free through my library's digital newsstand app. I canceled the auto-renewal and switched entirely to the library version. Number 6, A VPN service I originally subscribed to for a single international trip 3 years ago. I simply forgot to cancel it when I returned home, and it had been quietly charging me $9 a month ever since for a service I have used exactly 0 times since that one trip ended. I canceled it in under 2 minutes once I finally noticed the charge. Now we are getting into the ones that took a little more thought to untangle. Number 5, an extra cloud storage tier attached to my email account. I had upgraded years ago during a moment of panic when my inbox was full, and I never once downgraded it afterward, even though I have since deleted years of old attachments and no longer come close to needing the extra space. Dropping back down to the free storage tier saved me $60 a year for capacity I was not actually using. Number 4, a beauty and grooming subscription box that arrived every single month whether I needed anything or not. Half the products piled up in a drawer completely unopened because the box does not know or care what you already have plenty of at home. I canceled it and now simply buy what I actually run out of when I actually run out of it, which has quietly saved me nearly $240 a year. Number 3, a premium checking account fee at my bank. I had been paying $15 a month for a so-called premium account, and when I finally called and asked exactly what that fee bought me, the honest answer was almost nothing I actually used. A basic account with no monthly fee gave me the same debit card, the same mobile app, and the same access to my own money. I switched account tiers with one phone call. Number 2, keeping 2 overlapping music streaming services running at once. My husband had his own subscription and I had mine, and for over a year, neither of us realized we were paying twice for essentially the same music library. One quick conversation and one canceled account later, we are down to a single family plan that costs less than either of our individual plans did alone. And now, number 1, the subscription that took me the longest to let go of because it was never really about the money, a language learning app. Signed up 3 years ago right after I decided I would finally learn conversational Spanish before a trip I kept planning and never quite taking. I used it faithfully for 2 months, then life got busy and I kept paying anyway because canceling felt like admitting I had given up on that version of myself. I realized I was not really paying for an app. I was paying $12 a month to avoid a small, honest conversation with myself. When I finally canceled it, it did not feel like failure. It felt like closing a tab I had left open far too long.